I want to catch that. You're saying the best burger in town, and this is from the king himself. 3 Qs. Well, that's good to know now. This is where you should get your burgers from.
Here.
Rock and roll. So, tell me now, I was just saying before with the cameras roll, I've been trying to catch you for months and years.
Yeah.
You've been doing, Elvis, you've been channeling Elvis for how long? Would you say?
Jay, since 1972.
Wow.
So I was born 1968, 12
Right.
May.
Wow.
I'm 50 now.
Right. That's a long stretch, man.
In 1972, I was asleep in bed, and my father-in-law, he's dead now 20 years. He said, he woke me up and said, there's a great film on of Elvis Presley. And I said, who's Elvis? And he said, come down and see something. So I came down in my nappy.
Right.
And I looked at the telly, and G.I. Blues came on, and he said,
nice.
You ever get one of those days, boy, you ever get one of those days. Days, and that came on.
Nice.
And I went to circle ever since then.
Wow.
I fell in love with Elvis.
And what do you think it was? Because obviously, probably the greatest looking man in the world. He had one of the finest voices, if not the finest in rock and roll. I mean, can you remember the reasoning behind at that young an age to sort of latch on to that sort of...
I don't know. I think it was his looks and his voice that really blew me away.
Okay.
Mainly his looks and his voice blew me away.
Well, a bit like myself, I do that to a lot of people. When they hear me sing and they see me, they just can't resist. So, you go from, there's a child, falls in love with Elvis, thinks he's, the best thing he's ever seen. But to maintain then through what was a difficult 1977, he passes. That was, in a way, crystallised for a lot of people, Elvis being a legend forever, because he was just a perfect human being in many ways. For you, can you remember how you felt when you heard that he'd passed away? You would have been only a kid still, but that must have been tough.
A big black cloud. It was like as if my heart failed again.
Right.
It was like as if I would take a heart attack. It was just shock.
Right.
My whole system just shook.
Yeah.
Especially my heart shook.
Right.
And my heart fell apart.
Now, the fact that, there's, Way Down becomes number one, there's a real sort of sense of the love that was there for Elvis, even though, in those last few years in Vegas, there would have been a little bit of a sense that he was sort of slipping into a Vegas years, that he wasn't really actively touring and all that. But his death reminded people just how important he was, how beautiful he was. Now, the fact that he became probably even bigger after death than he was before, that must have delighted you, that you realised people aren't going to forget this guy. It's not like he was just a teenage fad. His 68 comeback special was an example that he keeps going.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky I look like my icon.
That's a
more
handy
than
thing.
any other Elvis impersonator ever.
Yeah.
I look really exactly the same as Elvis.
True.
You swear I was his brother or something.
Right.
Or his twin brother or whatever.
Well, he had Vernon was the brother, wasn't it? I'm trying to think now. He had
Jesse Garn.
That's Jesse, yeah. The father was Vernon, and
father was
that's it.
Vernon.
Yes, there you go.
Was his mother.
Now, did you ever make it over to the hallowed ground of Graceland?
No, I'd love to go over.
I was over there now. Yeah, beautiful.
I know if I did go over to Graceland or Vegas, I'd make it big. Really big.
Right.
I'm big now, but I haven't made money out of it. But if I went to Vegas, I would make money. Or Graceland.
Now, the idea that you kind of gave yourself over not only to loving Elvis, but dressing and becoming Elvis. When did that come into your life? Was that when you were a teenager? Was it when you were in your 20s, in your 30s? When did you?
My 20s.
Right.
Early 20s. 19.
Can you remember what the decision, how that came about, that you decided, okay, I'm going to dress like Elvis?
One day I was with this girl, and Julie was her name, and we were passing this shop, and all of a sudden I went into the shop and I said, kind of a Mars bar. Yeah, a Mars bar. And the woman said, yes, there's a Mars bar. Whatever it was, 20 cents or whatever it was, 20 shillings, whatever it was then. 1997 this was, so it's 1997.
Right, okay.
And I said, I don't have to pay for this Mars bar, I'm Elvis Presley. I walked out of the shop. And that's how it all happened. I started to look like Elvis and after that. Amazing.
Did that trick never work? Like at any point, never kind of actually work for you? Because I would imagine most shops wouldn't really say, "Fair enough, you're Elvis. I'll let you have it for free."
Luckily, the girl heard about it, and her girlfriend went in. Did I pay for that? And she came back out. And
so you had a Priscilla Presley behind you paying for it.
I would have been arrested.
So when it came to realizing that this is something that you not only having fun with, but it's obviously a big part of your life. Was that quickly? In
I'll never forget Elvis. I'll never get fed up with Elvis. Look like Elvis.
Right. But dressing
I
up.
want to really look like him. I look like him at the tea now.
Right.
It took me about, I'd say, at least 15, 20 years to really look like Elvis.
And what were the changes that you made to become Elvis? I don't know whether it was the sideburns or
the big, long, bushy hair over the years.
Okay.
The face.
Right.
Everything, you know.
Now it's well known that Elvis was rather popular with the ladies. That must be very difficult for you when you have that sort of. You have to live up to that reputation.
I go to Dublin, I get a lot of attention. Go everywhere. Greystone, Newtown. I'm living in Newtown at the moment.
Right.
I come to Greystone quite a lot, and I come to Dublin quite a lot.
Right.
You know, so I go everywhere and a lot.
Now, dressing as Elvis, is that just on days you feel like it, or would you pretty much every day would you dress as Elvis?
When it's a good weather like this.
Hey, there you go.
Not in the winter though.
No, it wouldn't. The old jumpsuit wouldn't work in the winter. No. You got to take care of business all over the body. You can't be letting can't be letting anything freeze in the winter.
And don't forget, his anniversary is 16th of August.
That's right.
He's 41 years dead.
And his birthday is January 8th, isn't it? Or
January 8th, 1925.
That's
he
the
would
one.
Have been 83 now.
Same birthday as Bowie, who they both had a great 70s on RCA, and So the idea now of performing, I don't know whether you get to perform much, whether you get out and about on stage, or is that something that you've stepped away from?
I don't really perform, really. I just sing just for
just for the fun of being Elvis.
Elvis, yeah.
Right. Now, there's a great kind of night to be had, with an Elvis impersonator, somebody out there as Elvis. There's a joy, like the Beatles. There's a huge catalogue of songs people love. You're not tempted to maybe even just mime to Elvis?
I'd
I
love
think
to
it'd be
do
great.
all that, but I'm not get paid. Why should I do it and not get paid?
Sure.
Well, I got paid, I'd do it all right.
You could nearly get an act together, I'm sure, for the pubs and all that. They'd be happy to see you. But I'll talk to you again because I do.
If you give me a gig and pay me, I'll do it.
Well, I know we have a film club here in the town, and we're going to show like the Elvis. We're going to show the '68 comeback special, and it'd be good to have you at the start, and we could pay you to come on and introduce it, and
I got paid to do it.
Yeah, you could do one or two numbers just to sort of introduce the song. You can mime to.
What about this jumpsuit like?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, of course, the full shebang would be great. It'd be great.
I'd get a sell-out packed.
Yeah, big time. Well, I mean, Elvis is just one of those beautiful creatures.
The youngsters and the grown-up team. Not just women go crazy, but men and all go crazy.
Sure. I know he's definitely. Well, I think he's one of those creatures that Yeah, but I think he cuts across all sorts of tastes and all sorts of desires. He is just a perfect human being. So, for the future now, would you sort of feel that your love will always be there for Elvis? Because you look at most...
I'll never, even if I reach to my 80s and 90s, I'll still go around looking like Elvis.
Beautiful. Well,
I don't think my image will ever change.
Right.
I don't think I'll ever go, oh, great, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I think you can maintain.
I think I'll stay the same as this now when I'm
Beautiful. That's the way to do it. That's stay young, stay forever rock and roll.
Maybe a bit more wrinkles, but not too much.
Now, are you of a mind that Elvis may have faked his death? Is that old theory? I don't know if you ever believed that. You think he's gone? Yeah. I would imagine there's no real reason for him to have faked it, and I don't think he's...
Although a lot of people over the years thought I was Elvis when he looked at me.
There you go. You see, there's always that suspicion that he might just be...
And a lot of people say I'm better than the real thing. I look like... And a lot of people say I don't look like Elvis. Elvis looks like me.
There you go. That's the attitude. Magic.